What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name of my boy Stanley.
Back here.
I'm on 5 minutes stretch my DJ Rambion. Together we are
Alternate Sound.
This is our exclusive interview with HIPTV. Hey. Alternate Sound is a three-man band that uses advanced technology to play our modern day music. I mean, the band was formed as a result of a need in the industry, you know, because a typical band consists of 10 to 11 man. I mean, to be able to get all the different sections right, like horns, rhythm, strings, everything. And then, you know, nowadays, flying the whole crew around and going on tour, it's really difficult. I mean, cost of logistics is even more than even take home my Benjamin. So we're not like, okay, why don't we see how we can reduce the manpower and then still produce quality?
Sure.
So that's why we now said, okay, we can just find other ways to have. That's why, so when Alternate Sound is playing, you just see three guys on stage. We are here, you understand? Like say, a dragon lie on it. You understand? I mean,
Yeah,
so
that's
that was one of the major needs or the reasons for having the band. Yeah, and then, I mean, we started way back in 2015 in Abuja. I mean, it started Alternate Sound in 2015, but I mean, we've been friends long before then because we went to the same school, University of Abuja. Hey. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Then both of us were playing in the same church, House on the Rock. This guy was playing in Father's Church. Yeah, shout out to all
those churches.
Yeah, so after that, we now decided to come together and form this band, and then and then moved to Lagos in 2016, and then I mean, HIPTV itself used to be one of our major because we used to do the Headies Awards and all those stuff, and so it's been an interesting journey, honestly, but I mean, we thank God for where we are now. Thank God for. I mean, guys, anybody want to say anything?
Yeah, to add to what he said, another reason for Alternate Sound, the movement, I see it as a movement, is because of the present state of musicians today in Nigeria. Before now, musicians are seen as guys just putting guys together and making them do what they do, staying behind the instrument and backing up an artist. But for us as Alternate Sound, we decided to bring something that will put us in that forefront. So this time around is the band being the lead, you know, taking the lead. And since we started up until now, we thank God that we've been able to achieve that, you know, and we have been in many places, you know, different stages, you know, doing the same thing that we do. Apart from the fact that we play for artists, we do our own standalone performance, which is where we take the lead, you know, and give our audience a very, very, very good experience, music experience.
When you start something new, people don't accept it easily. People don't like change. People don't take change lightly. Yeah, but we had to hawk our music. We had to take it from place to place. Explain what we're about, okay, see what we'll do. People don't understand, but eventually we're able to convince them to give us events. We'll go and then play. They began to see, and then people began to like the idea, began to open their hearts to our sound, you know. It's like that. It wasn't easy at first, but eventually they believed when they saw. People like to see before they believe, but when they saw, they believe. And now we've done this thing for so many years, taking it out of Nigeria and then back here, and probably, you know, take it further than we've taken it before.
We're the biggest band in Africa, and can I just brag a little, the most expensive band in Africa and the most digital band in Africa. We've been doing this for a while, and we can make boast to say all of these things we said. Comparing ourselves with other, we don't normally do that, but for the sake of this conversation, we don't have, the only competition we look out for is this band in is it UK? What's their name? The Composers. Yeah. That's the only band we look out for. You know, that we would say it's a competition to us, you know, because they are doing Afrobeats like we're doing. I mean, the same sound is what we're both doing, but of course, I'll still give it to us because for us here, we are home. You know, Afrobeats as a genre of music is started in Nigeria, and we're Nigerians, you know, and of course, we've been taking this thing with so many advantages, looking at it from having to work with the artist itself, you know, having to collaborate with them to create something new, you know. So this advantage puts us in that position where, personally, and I believe my brothers can say the same thing, we stand out, compared to any other band. For me, I would say one of those rehearsals we had, or performance we had with Tiwa Savage, that was in Johannesburg, Global Citizen Festival. So that was a very big show. That was one of the biggest shows way back then in 2018. That we had like over 70,000 people attended the show. Sorry, it was in Johannesburg. Then we also performed on the same stage with some bigger artists, international artists. Speaking of the likes of Jay-Z, Beyonce, Ed Sheeran, Usher, Pharrell Williams, and even some Niger artists.
Yeah, the bunch
really,
too was
there.
Femi
Kuti,
and
Tiwa Savage, and alternate sound, So shout out to all of them. It was a big show. The opportunity was huge for us because it was the first. Was it Mandela's remembrance? So it was a concert in honor of Mandela, Nelson Mandela. So it was a big privilege for us to have been part of it.
I mean, it was awesome. Like, I mean, the energy was unmatched. It beat our imagination because I mean, we're scared at some point. I mean, because we skipped a particular year, and then so we're not like, will people even buy tickets? Will people even turn up? And then only to see the hall was packed filled. People were singing and singing and singing and singing. In fact, Remain Small almost want to say more take the next day again. Just when you turn out to revival, you understand? But I mean, ginger for all. We can't wait for the 7th year. You understand? And then still just thank God. And I mean, it was a good show. We thank God.
Very good show.
Everybody was saying this guy.
Very good.
It's good though.
The turnout was amazing.
It was amazing.
The turnout was amazing. The music was on fire.
Man.
Shout out to all of you who came out to support
Shout
us.
out to HIPTV too for coming through for us.
For us.
Yeah, HIPTV.
Thank you for our sponsors, all of them that came through. You guys are amazing. Look forward to working with you guys more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Selecting music, we look at songs that are really big and songs that people really love because we're adding some extra to the music. So if we add an extra to a song that people are not too familiar with, it's like you're giving them, it's more struggle for them to deal with because one, they don't even know the song, then you are now playing something extra on top. But when you now that's why people make remix of songs that are already big. So imagine remixing a song that is not very big. You're just even making it difficult because the person will see it as a new song, but people appreciate remixes more when they know the original. So for us, we look out for songs that are very big out there. So it just makes our work easy. So by the time we flip it a bit, people will not be like, oh wow, I saw what you did there. I really like this. Because by the time you flip a song that people don't know so much, it's as good as presenting them with an original material again. So you're trying to convince people to learn something new. So we just try to look out for songs that people love, especially, and try to meet all the different age grades and depending on our client or the kind of event we're going to perform at that point in time. No, not necessarily A-list artists. I mean, there are some songs that are even bigger than some of the artists itself. I mean, there are some. So I mean, like sometimes we have to even go online, like different, maybe TikTok or Instagram or whatever, like top 10, like all this, you can come to like a HIPTV top 10, blah blah blah, all this one, check, and then if you just say, okay, this song, and then sometimes we still have to even go to the club to self and sit down and listen because you can't just be indoors and then playing for people that go out. There are people that go out, so go here on Friday, this jam the purple, this guy is not if you just come say, I'm gonna get one song while here today, the people vibe for that song. And they get some song, after we play some song, we're gonna look at ourselves say,
don't try it again.
You understand? So because we don't have that time to convince people to learn.
This.
That's it.
For me, I mean, we have so many challenges. I think we'll share it. But the first one for me is acceptance. Bringing something that is new, definitely you have to spend or be patient enough to allow people accept what you're bringing. You can't force it on them. So when we started, we were struggling with the acceptance thingy, you know, but with time, God showed us mercy, and today, I mean, Alternate Sound is it's a bankable brand, and it's a household name now. It's big.
Yeah, I don't know if your laptop has ever off. Your laptop has ever off inside performance. You know, and then in the our laptop have been stolen too. Like I think this one happened last year, right?
Yeah.
Happened like just before we were about to go off stage to perform.
Two.
All our materials. Sound engineer, oh yeah, go mount now. He went there. Okay, I don't see laptop. You know see what? We are dressed already, ready to perform in the next 10-20 minutes. Laptop, we just packed up and went, you know.
And then the client was saying we should refund.
We were looking at him like,
we don't use to go buy fish.
Damn.
So carry bouncer now. It's how you able to buy. It's a carry bouncer, not carry.
Okay, we had to now get another laptop and started recreating.
Because we had other bookings.
We had materials worth like, we could give you a 10-hour performance with those things there.
I'll tell you.
That's to say how bulky and how large that file was that they stole. But eventually we're here. They wanted to bring us down, but look at us now. Hey, look at me now.
I tell you.
Yeah.
At the Grammys, I mean, yeah, I mean, guys, right?
Yeah, everything without your this thing. Madison.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, we want to be doing our own shows around the globe, just going on. You know, we don't just be on tour for like the whole year and then we don't say the following year we just rest. Yeah. Just be, but I mean, just
you spoke about
keep moving and moving and
just like our show now. We just
just like our show. We just finished.
So we want to have more of those shows or our concerts, you know, in different parts of the continent, the world.
I'll definitely not be standing on the ground with my guitar. I'll be somewhere suspended between heaven and earth.
Sure, you see now.
We have to do something extraordinary.
Something crazy for you.
Something crazy. The pastor say, somebody do something crazy for the Lord. Let's carry off for this.
But it's definitely going to. Let's not say too much right now, so we don't let the cat out of the bag. It's meant to be a surprise when you come out there.
Honestly, man.
7.0. It's meant to be.
We're gearing up. We're gearing. The plan is to stay and then do this for as long as we have strength. You understand? Even if you have to get stand-up comedian. When you don't do old, you go down to lie down comedian. You understand? So like this guy now, since they play bass now, they. I think when in leg work now, they say no, they're too fast again now because it be like the rich menopause. You understand? But I mean, yeah, we tend to do this for as long as we can. I mean, to just keep making people happy, and then in fact, even invest in businesses together. So we just keep on, and then with time, just even start raising a smaller group that can carry on and then so we get to a point whereby. If you want to go and play, it's just because you probably don't for fun, we'll just go have fun, not necessarily because of say with the ginger. Because the truth is, music on its own, it's evolving, and if you don't evolve, it will leave you behind. Then you will come to sit down and tell say, I remember that time when I really did that time. You understand? You come to turn to advise people, but no. Want to still be able to, as pioneers of something as good and as big as this thing is, want to still be able to carry on this legacy to generations and also to be able to reap from it financially and every other way we can get from it. And God helping us, I mean, we're stronger together, you know what I'm saying?
Personally, it's forever for us. I mean, it's forever for us because when we started, we didn't even plan. And I'm not saying it's forever because we have it planned already. No, we're just enjoying ourselves. We're enjoying our purpose. You know, it's all aligning. Like he mentioned, you know, in far back in University of Abuja, Gwagwalada to be precise. You know, when I meet this guy, I know I meet this guy. You understand? You meant small. This guy. If I be youth leader, I go say you go school. You understand? You understand? So just imagine say. We don't meet for school, you know, all this won't be happening, you know, and all. So my point is somehow, you know, it was all in sync right from when we were in school. And when we graduated from school, it was easy for all of us to still carry on, you know, without any form of, how will I put it now? One person's thinking he wants to go solo to do something else, you know. I remember when he was called to bar, when we went for his call to bar, after the swearing in and all, with the wig and gown, we just told him to drop the wig and we went to the studio to rehearse, you know, it was that serious. The same thing for me, when I was in NYC camp, I had to come out of camp. Okay, now you don't pass now, they don't remember. I had to come out of camp one of those days to meet rehearsal with him in the studio, you know. Him too, when he was in camp, he had to leave camp to come from one of the gigs too that we had.
Sokoto?
Yeah, na Sokoto he goes there, you know. Yeah, so I mean, it was a seamless, you know, journey and of course effort, you know, from each and every one of us. Because at the end of the day, you're doing something that you love to do and you don't want to stop. Of course, it's not easy when you are now intentional about it, you know, in terms of you want to be successful with it, you know, you want to eat from it, you want to have fun with it, you know. So being successful is another conversation entirely, because you have to now start putting in hard work to be successful, you know, to have good money in your pocket to take care of yourself, take care of your family. And to be honest, nowadays God hand, because it's God now that will bless the works of your hand. And yes, God has been faithful. We don't see any reason to regret, even though we've been through pain, you know, and all, but it's been a bittersweet experience. So we still did together on God at the end of the day. We will still open church, three of us will still be church. She do that, yeah.
Well, controversy actually it helps us. I mean, because these days, even our generation now, so people don't even care whether you are in the news for negative or for positive thing. Everybody just wants to trend. Everybody, I mean, the kind of things I see online right now. I mean, even myself, as Sadi, even they do some kind of things, I see they even tell myself, wow, is this really happening? So yeah, controversy, because sometimes as an artist, you also need to. You still need to be in the news, you understand? Whether, I mean, you just shall need to find a way to be in the news. I mean, for us, and that's one area we're really not even exploring to the fullest, because some of all those things now, we no one can go they do pass ourselves, we not can go they try to come they do fake now, come they go do pass ourselves, and at the end of the day, you go club now, go they also which person table you want to go sit down. I mean, we just cut our coats according to our size. Hey, if na one grant bottle will buy we always don't want to press first anyhow. So but at the end of the day, everybody wants to trend, everybody wants to be, everybody wants them to talk about them, this one wants them to mention their name. So we're also, I mean, in a way, we're also very careful too, because we don't, because if we even come our own side, if you see some of the things what they do, if those things, I mean, not negative things though, but I'm just saying, like, we also are still, we have been very careful too with time, the kind of things, the way we represent ourselves out there and all those things. But even though Yellow won't spoil my name, but I know say you know go work, you understand. But by the grace of God, I'm able to. I tell you.
Yeah, basically, we just mind the business that pays us. You know, mind the business that pays us.
True. That's true.
Stay, come out when you need to, go back when you need to. You know, it's just like that.
And not eat anybody food, because I don't feel
Yes.
like this guy eat my food now.
You understand? I when will they come just now say this guy chop my sausage? I mean, it not even makes sense. Nobody that thing not supposed to trend. Why you go chop my sausage? You understand? But
and the guy come back for $4.
I said pack for no share this for no 1 year, you know. Say you understand?
The man I say alternate.
Yeah, so you can say fight cut of meat pie now. You understand? So well, it's good, sure. Please eat well before you rehearse. You understand? Because you cannot say you go to say, not everything be depression, not everything be so just eat well before you rehearse, and then just when you rehearse, be consistent rehearse, and then find people that have the same like mind, find people that it's easy to communicate, it's easy that can translate whatever it is you have in your head into, because music is also music is on 3 levels: visual, muscular. So you have to be able to, what is in your head, you need to be able to play it in your hand, you need to be able to see it, and then so it's easy for you to just communicate. So you don't, I mean, we don't spend time in rehearsal. I mean, after creating, once we just talk, something that I think I had this, if you take like 2 hours at the end of the day, because it will probably, and one thing, well, because we somehow have always listened to the same kind of music. I mean, in school together, watch the same kind of concert. So, and you're a product of what you have listened to. So when I'm picking something from one particular
one riff from particular music, people can say, oh yeah, we don't hear that thing before. So it's easy to just relate. So find time, listen to the same kind of music. Not the one say one person they listen to jazz. This or one day say in a chief for Benin, you go they play or Maputo. Let's we can work together, you understand? So and keep practicing. You can never go wrong. I mean, practicing is key. You have to always practice and eat. So
Okay. I'm gonna finish.
Alternate sound.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name Drummer Boy Stanley.
Back in.
1-5 on the stretch party drum behind together we are alternate sound.
Oh, yeah.
And this is our exclusive interview on HIPTV.
Hey, TV.
Don't play.